Recall that, we're in lesson 102, recall that when we add mixed measures like an hour and 30 minutes, which is a mixed measure, right? Hours and minutes are different. And let's add, let's subtract 45 minutes. Okay, recall that because of the mixed measure, when you borrow, it's not just turning the 3 into a 4, is it? Instead, I take from the hour what it's really worth in minutes, 60 minutes, add that to the 30, and I do 90 minus 45 is 45. So when adding and subtracting with mixed measures, recall that it gets dicey when you begin to borrow, when you subtract, right? So we're going to work with some more measures today. Think about mass and weight. What types of measures involved in weight? Can you think of any weight measures? Maybe like pounds. That's U.S. customary system. We're going to work in metric today, at least to begin. Physical objects are composed of matter. The amount of matter in an object is what we call its mass. Very important term, especially for science. In the metric system, we measure the mass of objects with things like mg, milligrams, g, grams, and kg, kilograms. Okay, so gives you examples of how much mass you'd expect from each of these, about 1 milligram versus 1 gram versus 1 kilogram. So mass is how much matter is in an object. Your mass doesn't change no matter which planet you're on. And you might say, Mr. Otto, I know this thing about planets. You float around, your mass changes. Your mass does not change. If it did, the amount of matter in you would change, which means you would lose parts of you. You'd empty out or something. It would be really weird. Instead, that's how we're able to understand the difference between mass and weight. They seem very similar, mass versus weight, until you start comparing what situations they are different, like going on another planet. That's when your weight changes, because weight of an object changes with the force of gravity. So, weight changes depending on gravity. Matter and mass don't change. U.S. customary, meaning the stuff that we usually customarily use on our in our country, is ounce, pound, and ton. They have examples of things you might expect each one to be. So let's work with these mixed measures. Example 1, 2 kilograms is how many grams? 2 kilograms is how many grams? So we can look back at their examples telling us a kilogram is the same as 1,000 grams, just like 1,000 milligrams is the same as a gram. So if it's 1,000 grams to a kilogram, kilo usually means 1,000. That means 2,000 grams, right? That you can just kind of do with your head. Example 2, we're going to actually work in these measures. How about pounds and ounces? Let's just double check what we know about pounds and ounces. There are 16 of them in a pound. So if I'm going to add right here 7 pounds 12 ounces to 2 pounds 6 ounces, that's pretty simple. But let's keep things separate. Let's do 18. Don't carry over the 10. Let's just 9, okay? 9 pounds. Notice the interesting abbreviations on these. Subtracting, like I said, it's going to get a little dicier now. Thinking of these as separate amounts, because this is ounce and this is pound. I need to borrow from the 10. I need to steal a pound away. So I've got 8 left over here. And then how many ounces now are coming over? 16 ounces in a pound, so 26 ounces now over here. minus 12 will be 14. And how many pounds over here now? It's like about 1 pound. So that's a little messy. 1 pound, 14 ounces. So you have to convert the 9 to 8 and then add the 16 to the 10. And they show it there. So letter A, half a kilogram is how many grams? Remember, kilo prefix means 1,000. Half a kilo would be 500 grams. Abbreviate. The mass of a liter of water is 1 kilogram. So the mass of 2 liters of beverage is about how many grams? Mass of a liter of water is 1 kilogram. Mass of 2 liters of beverage is about how many grams? 2 liters, each one being worth a kilogram, means we could think of this instead as 2 kilograms. And we've been working with those a lot in converting. I would expect that to be 2,000 grams. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll let you work in the U.S. customary today. C, D, E, please.